Welcome, guys. We are the dudes.
Woo!
Welcome, guys. We are the dudes of cinema. I'm Cody.
And I'm Scott.
Today we're going to be reviewing Doctor Strange, directed by Scott Derrickson, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Rachel McAdams, Mads Mikkelsen, Tilda Swinton.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yep, Chiwetel Ejiofor. A bunch of people in this movie.
Great
cast, great director. There was a lot of hype surrounding this movie just because
it's a Marvel movie.
Yep, it's a Marvel movie. It's the most different in the Marvel universe so far. At least that's what it was advertised to be.
Another unknown character, just like the Guardians.
True. Like Iron Man or Captain America, things like that. So there was a lot of writing on this movie. Yeah. In this review, we're just going to be like giving you guys, just some pros, some cons. We're going to give you our overall score. We're going to try to keep this spoiler free, We're not going to like spoil anything for you in case you haven't seen it. It's just going to be brief, just to let you know if we liked it or not. Scott, what did you think about Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange, we were pumped for this movie. And honestly, it delivered. This movie was pretty fucking awesome.
I loved it.
The performances alone, Benedict Cumberbatch, he's Stephen Strange. He fits the
Great
bill.
Cast.
He fits the bill. He has a cool little love interest with Rachel McAdams. That actually worked for me in a sense,
Yeah, and that wasn't too in your face.
Yeah,
it was really
subtle.
Subtle. Exactly. It wasn't love interest. It was really subtle, you could tell that they kind of had some history. And Benedict Cumberbatch really pulled off that arrogance of Stephen Strange. He did that really well, and I really liked his character.
But something he also captured was the great humbleness, because after he does get in his accident, he's nothing compared to what he was.
Exactly. It destroys him. Not physically, but really just emotionally, mentally, just everything. It destroys him. So it's really cool to see him take that journey to come back and like you said, to regain that humbleness. And it's a really cool journey to see that.
But the fucking visuals are absolutely nuts. We have never seen a visual in a movie like this. In a Marvel movie.
Seriously.
It's so awesome. Even the fight sequences, some of the fight sequences between the ancient one, I'll let you know right now, in the first 10 minutes, shit gets thrown down. And, it's awesome.
Yeah, they let you know what kind of movie this is going to be in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, and it is insane. The best way I can describe it is Inception on acid. Oh. It's the visuals are insane. Me and Scott were just sitting here just
it's holy, because every other shot is just something he's getting introduced to so much trippy and eye-opening shit.
Yeah, it totally changes his world. And the way that Derrickson, the director, was able to capture that, the shots that he would use and was able to create with these weird mind-bending effects. It was really awesome to see, in the way they cast spells and everything.
Yeah, and I know some people didn't like the hand-to-hand combat and how it was used in this. I actually thought when they were throwing down, I thought it looked really well done.
It was clean. There was some shaky cam, but it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't. They didn't do an overabundance of it.
Yeah, you could still tell what was going on. And another thing that surprised me about Doctor Strange was that
it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's surprisingly really funny. There are a lot of moments that had me laughing.
It is a Marvel movie, so it's got the Stan Lee cameo. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it does. The Stan Lee cameo was good. Just a lot of the comedy in the movie worked.
Some of that shit was funny.
Yeah, there were some moments that had me and Scott dying of laughter.
Tilda Swinton as the ancient one, dude, when she was thrown down and something, she was a good actress for the part.
She was a badass.
And I know there's a lot of speculation about how she wasn't Asian and she was white. Well, not
and how she wasn't a man.
She was a great option for this, and she played the part very well.
She really did. She killed it as the Ancient One, to be honest. You could tell that she was wise, that she had been around for a while, that she knew a thing or two about magic, and the way that she just opened Stephen Strange's mind, you know what I mean? She just totally introduced to him this entire world. It's crazy. People really have respect for her. Chiwetel Ejiofor's character, he did really well in this movie too.
He did.
They have a lot of respect for her because in a way, he says, he thinks that she saved them.
In a modern word, she has a rep.
She does. She has a reputation. She's been around.
Also, Mads Mikkelsen was not a wasted villain in my opinion. I thought he did a very excellent job. He's better than most Marvel villains these days. Fuck.
He was really menacing. I really liked seeing him because you could tell that he was powerful. His motivation was there. It wasn't complex. I mean, it was simple. I don't want to get into spoilers, but his motivations were simple, but it was still good. I know I liked his character because I wish I saw more of him. I think
that's how you liked him.
Yeah, I think they could have displayed his power even more. They did make him seem menacing for sure, but I think there were some opportunities they could have used to make him even more menacing. But he really was a good villain. Yeah, his performance was good.
And Doctor Strange is an origin story, so you do have to introduce a lot of lore in this, and the pacing of this movie really works for that lore because it's a lot of montages, a lot of him learning stuff. I thought that was actually used very well in this movie.
It was a good way to tell it.
He goes from being, the doctor, and then he gets to this cliff, and all the stories he was hearing to get to there. I thought that was done very well, and that pacing was on point.
Yeah, that was a good point. Like how he starts off as like a doctor. What he believes in is science and fact and research. And like now he's introduced to magical elements that like have nothing to do with science. So it's funny trying to see him explain this with science, but it's not. Like it's something completely different.
It is.
And you see that transformation. And like it wasn't really rushed in my opinion. Like the pacing was pretty good, but it is very fast paced.
Very fast paced.
Like things happen really quick. Like he gets that
even
to like
that
accident. Place really quick. Yeah. The accident happens really fast.
Really early.
So that way they have time to explain the magic and like
we can actually see him be Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and like we get to go on that journey with him. And like that's what I really liked with the visuals too. Like when they did execute the visuals, it felt like you were experiencing it with them. It was done really, really well.
It was.
It's not a perfect movie. There are a few flaws.
But like they're nothing major.
Yeah, they're nothing major. They didn't really detract from my enjoyment of the movie.
There's a lot of exposition with him like learning stuff. Like he has to learn a lot of stuff, so it is just a lot of exposition. Us like even him learning, us learning at the same time because lessons in a sense, all the time for the like a good little bit of this movie.
Yeah,
but it's not bad. It's explaining what we need to know.
Yeah, exactly. Like you nailed it. It's not a bad thing at all. Like because we did need to learn these things because
he's
magic
such an unknown character.
Yeah, and magic has never been seen in this universe before. So like those are things that they needed to take time to explain, and they didn't spend too much time on it to where it became too boring. Like there is a time where you're like, okay, let's get see some action
going. Yeah.
But like what you learned is pretty cool. Like how like the magic works and the lore behind it is really cool. I do think that the villain could have been a little bit better utilized.
But like that's just with all Marvel movies.
Yeah, it is
honestly,
with
honestly.
Yeah, it is with all Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Like, but like I said, he wasn't a bad villain. Like he was good. Like he was menacing. He was powerful. I just wish I could have seen more
of him. Exactly. And I actually thought the movie kind of ended abruptly. Like the conflict of the movie was kind of done in a sense, and then just went boom boom, and then boom, we're done. Like
exactly. Like the ending wasn't very climactic. Like I felt the third act kind of deflated a little bit. Like it just kind of like I wasn't on the edge of my seat. Like
but
oh my gosh, there wasn't a huge payoff
because it is a Marvel movie, and that's just we've come to just love A+ movies nowadays when we go to see a Marvel movie.
It is still a good movie though.
It's a great movie.
Like I said, like I mean, it didn't disappoint me at all. Like I just said, like I just wish the third act was a little bit more climactic because like
at that point, those moments had deflated.
Yeah, like it kind of just like had like a typical ending, But like I mean, like I said, none of those flaws really detracted from the movie.
Yeah, it was still a very good film.
It was a new fun addition in the Marvel universe. I'm really excited to see where they go with Doctor Strange because he's going to be in Infinity Wars.
Exactly.
Yep. So like it's going to be really cool to see that and just like see how magic works its way into the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
As far as ratings go, I'm going to give Doctor Strange an 8.8 out of 10. I thought it was a solid B+. It was a good movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm definitely going to go see it again because it was a great addition to the Marvel universe. What about you?
I'm right by you. I'm giving it 8.7. Like it was honestly a very good film. They're going to be good nowadays, and definitely buying this one for my Blu-ray collection.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm getting it day one on Blu-ray.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, guys, that is our review of Doctor Strange. Let us know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, have you seen it? Let us know. If you haven't seen it, go watch it because it is awesome.
See it opening week and contribute this because this movie was great.
Yeah, it's really good. So we really recommend you guys see it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, guys, like and subscribe for more. And with that, we are the Dudes of Cinema.